the ICCO Canada Pentola d'Oro Under the Stars. My name is Michelle Jobin, and I am so thrilled to be hosting this exciting event where we are celebrating excellence in food and wine and outstanding representatives of this industry. This year, ICCO Canada Pentola d'Oro Under the Stars is part of the True Italian Taste program, funded by the Italian Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation. Welcome also to Lavazza, our main sponsor for the evening, and to all the sponsors and supporters that made this event possible. I would now like to invite the Consul General of Italy, Eugenio Segro, to say a few words of welcome.
Buonasera a tutti. Come Console Generale d'Italia a Toronto non posso che congratularmi con il Comitato Direttivo della Camera di Commercio Italiana dell'Ontario e con il suo direttore esecutivo Corrado Paina per aver anche quest'anno organizzato, sia pure in forma virtuale, la manifestazione La Pentola d'Oro. Trattasi di un'iniziativa che mi sento di sostenere e condividere con la Camera di Commercio Italiana dell'Ontario, in quanto si colloca sulla scia delle celebrazioni della settimana della cucina italiana nel mondo, settimana istituita dal Ministero degli Affari Esteri e della Cooperazione Internazionale proprio per valorizzare le tradizioni enogastronomiche dei territori delle nostre regioni, unitamente alla valorizzazione dei prodotti made in Italy. Quest'anno la Pentola d'Oro assume, potrei dire, una rilevanza ancora particolare, del tutto particolare, in quanto cade nel decennale del riconoscimento da parte dell'UNESCO della dieta mediterranea quale patrimonio culturale immateriale dell'umanità. Detto questo, non mi resta che augurare a tutti coloro che ci seguono un piacevole viaggio tra i sapori, le tradizioni italiane, dei territori italiani, che vengono recepiti e tradotti nella realtà canadese, giocando con le tradizioni e le eccellenze che il Canada, questo grande paese che ci ospita, è in grado di offrire, consentendo così a tutti noi di godere alla fine di prodotti locali, ma in formato globale. Grazie e buona serata.
Thank you, Consul General Segro, for your remarks. And the Mediterranean diet has certainly influenced both the Italian and international cuisine that we are celebrating here tonight. The ICCO Canada co-presidents Tony Altomare and Pat Pelliccione will share some more insights with us on what tonight's event will offer.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our online 2020 ICCO Canada Pentola d'Oro Under the Stars event. On this occasion, the ICCO Canada brings the business and culinary community together again at a time when the food and beverage industry in Ontario and internationally has been deeply affected by the pandemic. For the 8th year in a row, we are proud to support the creativity and vision of those who have promoted and contributed to the Italian culinary lifestyle in Canada. This year, our main focus will be the authentic Italian food and ingredients combined with Canadian products and excellence within the True Italian Taste program that is funded by the Italian Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation. I'll now turn it over to Tony Altomare, co-president.
Thank you, Pat. And tonight we are pleased to extend our sincere congratulations to the award recipients. Through their hard work, dedication, and innovation, they have made a difference and have improved the industry. That is why tonight we are extremely pleased to celebrate their achievements. Our sincere gratitude goes to our main sponsor, Lavazza, and to all the evening sponsors. We are also extremely grateful to all our suppliers and partners who made this event and this evening possible. Let's celebrate our award recipients tonight, and let's take a look at the following video, which will take us into the true Italian taste of Italy through images of past events carried out within this project. Ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy the evening and the 2020 Pentola d'Oro Awards.
Before we proceed with the evening, I would like to take a moment to thank all of tonight's sponsors and supporters. Of course, the True Italian Taste Program, Lavazza, our main sponsor, Jan K. Overwheel, the Pentola d'Oro Award sponsor, Fortino's, Italy Canada Award sponsor, Metro, Lifetime Achievement Award sponsor, Pizza Nova, Innovative Entrepreneur Award sponsor, Intertransport Limited, Italian Wine Award sponsor, Longos, program sponsor, Concord National, gift sponsor. And a special thank you goes also to Italy Toronto, its executive chef Rob Wing, chef Mattia Pagliara from La Scuola d'Italy, and chef and food consultant Roberto Flacchioni for preparing the dinner kits for this evening. We would also like to mention those who provided some complimentary products for the dinner kit bag that you have received at home. The Lavazza Oro coffee tin was, of course, provided by Lavazza. A bag of Di Martino pasta and a bottle of Filippo Berio olive oil came from Concord National, along with a tasty recipe by our chef, Roberto Fracchioni, and a Ferrero Rocher box was sent by Ferrero Canada. And I have certainly dug into that already, and I'm sure many of you have as well. It is my pleasure now to introduce Andrea Chiaramello, Vice President of Sales Canada, Lavazza, main sponsor of the 2020 ICCO Canada Pentola d'Oro Under the Stars.
Buonasera a tutti. First and foremost, let me thank all of you for being here tonight, virtually connected together for the 2020 edition of Pentola d'Oro. It's a real honor for Lavazza to have the opportunity to sponsor this year's edition. La Pentola d'Oro is an event which celebrates Italian culinary arts and recognizes extraordinary individuals and organizations in Ontario's food and beverage industry. I would like to take this opportunity to first of all acknowledge a few people. A special thank you to the Italian institutions and to the ICCO team for creating and promoting this great initiative for the Italian community, which endorses Italy and Italian products. Many thanks to all of you working in the retail industry. You really played a key role during this pandemic, overcoming several challenges to ensure consumers could safely shop in your stores, safely shop for Lavazza coffee, of course. Thanks to all of you working in the food service, hospitality, and travel industry. Your businesses suffered the most during these months. Lavazza is here to support all of you during these difficult times and to get you ready to restart in great shape as soon as possible. A special thank you to Sofina Foods, our Canadian partner, for the solid partnership while navigating the rough and uncertain waters of the COVID-19 crisis. But tonight is really about the winners. Gabriele, Massimo, Joe, Salvatore, Colin, Anna, Andrea, and Giacomo, congratulations for winning this award this year. I could not think of better hands to receive the award this year, as beside representing the excellence and the true spirit of the food and beverage industry, your behaviors and reactions during these uncertain times were a great message for the entire community in terms of teamwork, resilience, and hope. Talking about teamwork and hope, I will leave you now to hear a voice from the past, which was chosen for the latest Lavazza Global campaign in order to deliver a message of hope to all of us. A message which is also a call to action, to be united and work together toward common goals and toward a better world. Buonasera a tutti.
We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We don't want to hate and despise one another. In this world, there's room for everyone, and the good earth is rich and can provide for everyone. You have the love of humanity in your hearts. You, the people, have the power to make this life free and beautiful, to make this life a wonderful adventure. Let us fight for a new world, a decent world, that will give men a chance to work, that will give youth a future and old age a security. Let us fight to free the world, to do away with national barriers, to do away with greed, with hate and intolerance. Let us fight for a world of reason, a world where science and progress will lead to all men's happiness. Let us all unite!
Thank you so much, Andrea, for that beautiful video and your inspiring message. I am honored now to introduce you to ICCO Canada Executive Director Corrado Paina to say a few words and to welcome our next guest.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you. It's such a pleasure to have you back with us. Beautiful words. As the CEO of Lavazza said, a voice from the past. Yes, it is a voice from the past, but it's so prophetic. It's a voice that really reminds us of the reality we're living today. If I think about, the history of this community and the history of the agro-food sector, in 1890, we had the first fruit sellers at the corner of Toronto. Look at where we are today. Incredible companies. Tal, Joe, Gabriele, Colin, Massimo, you all represent, this new reality. Unfortunately, this new reality today is challenged by a serious attack, not just to your sector, but to the economy, to our life. And I think the word of Charlie Chaplin really they're so important to us. We have an incredible guest today, Christina Bowerman. Christina is familiar to Toronto, to the reality of this great city. It's a fantastic chef. She lives in Rome. She's a one-star Michelin. And let me just give you a few information. I will have to read her bio, but I'm going to be very, very quick. Christina Bowerman, Chef Christina Bowerman, the only female chef with one Michelin star in Rome, was born in Puglia. She began studying law and then moved to the USA, where she continued her studies. While in the USA, she discovered her love for cooking and decided to become a professional chef. Christina owns Glass Osteria in Rome's Trastevere neighborhood, where her kitchen style is a result of experiences, travels, meetings, culinary training, and studies, which have always been her primary source of inspiration. Just last week, she was awarded the Three Forchette, the Three Forks, by the prestigious Gambero Rosso Food and Wine Guide. Chef Christina Bowerman is the author of many books and publications. She has trained and taught and is presently the president of Ambasciatori del Gusto, the Italian Association of Taste Ambassadors, of which she is a founding member. Chef Christina has always tried to represent a role model for women in the male-dominated culinary world. Her efforts toward empowering females working in the field, in addition to promoting and defending women in society, have garnered her several awards and recognition. Christina, are you here with us?
Yes,
I'd like to see you.
Hear me.
It's beautiful to see you, Christina. Christina, can you tell us what the menu that you designed? Because I have to tell you, Christina is the person that designed the menu for tonight, the menu that you find also in your kit. Please.
Well, first of all, thank you so much, Corrado, for the presentation. I am really flattered. And another couple of news. Just today, they presented the Michelin Guide, and we got confirmed again for our 11th year in a row for the Michelin star. So we're really happy for that. Yes, just this morning. So what I thought is a representation basically of the Italian cuisine, of the Mediterranean diet, with some kind of like touches of typical of my cuisine, but used seasonal ingredients, ingredients that you can find easily. And thank you so much, Roberto Facchioni, for putting together the kits of the dishes that we are going to present. But we had this idea, we conceived this idea. We wanted to represent the present, the past, and the future. Actually, in the order in which you will eat it, it's going to be the future, the present, and the past. And the reason for which we did that is because it was meaningful to us. Thinking about the future, we think about an eco-sustainable kind of cuisine, a cuisine that respects the earth, a cuisine that uses seasonal ingredients, and also sometimes if we try and we can to use ingredients that are least used in our cuisine. A lot of times we are used because we are in a hurry to just get the first thing that it's right in front of our eyes in the grocery store. But sometimes with a little bit of work, not too much, we can be in line with a very, very nutritional but pure diet. And so conceiving this menu this way, we thought it was not only fun, but it was very meaningful. And so we're gonna move on and actually present the first dish whenever you allow me to do it.
Chef Christina, thank you, Corrado. I cannot wait to try the menu that you've created for us this evening. Everything looks and sounds so delicious. So the time has finally come to start with the award ceremony. And our first award is the Pentola d'Oro Award, sponsored by Jan K. Overwheel. This award recognizes a Canadian company or individual who has excelled in the whole food and beverage industry, from farming to food production, packaging, retail, and distribution. This year's Pentola d'Oro Award recipient is Gabriele Torchetti, president of Lady York Foods. And like any member of a family business, Gabriele Torchetti began his career at a young age. His first job in the industry was as store greeter, opening and closing the door for customers. As the years went on at Lady York Foods, Gabriele quickly learned that the keys to success are customers, and that going above and beyond for them will always yield a positive return. Fast forward 30 years, and you will see Gabriele greeting visitors and discussing the latest news. Alongside his attention to customer service, Gabriele's success in the food retail industry is due to his commitment to product excellence. He personally researches products in Italy before the store imports them, takes part in plant production tours, and meets with new local vendors at trade shows. As the needs of his customers change, Gabriele ensures that Lady York adapts as well, offering organic, non-GMO, gluten-free, vegan, and dairy-free products. Gabriele is known for his generosity. Neighboring schools, churches, community centers, and charities turn to Gabriele for assistance with their fundraising endeavors. And Gabriele Torchetti's lifetime dedication and commitment to the excellence in the food retail industry is what has distinguished him as an industry leader. Congratulations, Gabriele.
I would like to thank the ICCO and the selection committee for picking me as this year's recipient of the Pentola d'Oro Award. I am both flattered and honored to have been considered for this award. It feels incredible to have my name alongside past and present award winners who are true stars. It is hard to believe that I'm being rewarded for doing something that I love. What I do on a daily basis has never been work or a job for me. It's always been a passion. I wake up every morning with excitement and vigor because I get to do what I truly love. I sometimes get asked about my early days at Lady York, and one question always is, when did I start? My reply is always, I was born in 1967, so 1967. From a young age, my parents taught me the importance of community and how to and how to treat people with respect, no matter who they are or what they do. I brought that into my adult years and instilled these values into my business. Now, like my parents did, I teach the importance of those same values to the next generation, beginning to come up through the ranks of Lady York Foods. Hopefully one day, they too will be recognized for what they love to do. Once again, thank you for this prestigious award. I will cherish it forever. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Gabriele, and congratulations again. Now, especially for this evening dedicated to Italian cuisine, Michelin star chef Christina Bowerman has created the menu some of you received with the dinner kit that was delivered with you. So let's get into the details with Chef Christina. Chef, could you please tell us a little bit more about the first dish? And what are some of the authentic Italian ingredients that we can find here in this dish that is a true innovation for our tables, dictated by a modern vision in this culinary world?
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Michelle. Great words by Gabriele, by the way. And the first dish is actually, like I was mentioning earlier, represents the future. So how do we imagine the future to be? We want a world probably that eats a little less meat, especially red meat. We want the nutritional values to be enhanced basically by vegetables. Most likely, a lot of us during 2021 will probably switch to vegetarianism. And one of the reasons is because we know that red meat is not that great for you, especially if you eat it like very often, but also because it pollutes the earth, as far as farming is concerned. So a lot of people will prefer probably to eat a little bit more vegetarian. So what I thought is that to mix cultures, one of the styles or the features of my cuisine is that I am Italian, I am in Italy, and I know whenever people are in my restaurant, whenever they leave my restaurant, that they are in Rome. And but the future, I thought, why don't I make a steak out of eggplants? If you look at it, I really hope that you can do. You're gonna look at it, and it's basically a steak made out of eggplants. But at the same time, because we want, nutritional values, and sometimes I like to take people around the world with the food. What I do is that I mix techniques or techniques or ingredients that I dragged around, around the world. So I thought, why don't I use peanuts? Because peanuts or any kind of nuts, but in reality, peanuts I like it very much, especially if it's fresh. And peanuts in coconut milk and curry, green curry, which I learned how to make when I was in Thailand. So I thought it was a nice way to combine two traditions, completely different ones, in a nutritious dish, which is definitely not Italian, because definitely not totally Italian, because that's what we'll find out in the next dishes. But it can give like a nice touch to whatever we are eating. And so this is the first dish that you can enjoy.
Yes, thank you, Chef Christina. I can't wait to try this later on, and I hope our audience at home is enjoying this very interesting and very delicious looking dish right at the moment. So now I would like to introduce you to the next award of this evening, the Italy Canada Award, sponsored by Fortino's. This award recognizes a Canadian or Italian company that has excelled in business and cultural relations between Italy and Canada, and has invested in the promotion and development of the Italian food industry in both countries. This year's Italy Canada Award recipient is Chef Massimo Capra, owner of Capra's Kitchen. Born in Italy, Chef Massimo Capra started his career in Italy first, in Parma, then in Venice, and then moved to Toronto in 1982. In 1989, he became the culinary chef at Prego della Piazza first, then at Mistura Restaurant, and he recently opened Capra's Kitchen in Mississauga. His Italian Fallsview restaurant at the Sheraton Niagara Falls blends old world tradition with new world style. Chef Massimo is also chef brand owner of Boccone Trattoria Veloce, Boccone Pronto at Pearson Airport in Toronto, and Soprafino restaurant at Hamad International Airport in Doha, Qatar. He hosts his own TV show, Gourmet Escapes. He is a guest expert on City TV's City Line, chef host on the Food Network's Restaurant Makeover, and has served as judge on Chopped Canada. In 2011, Chef Capra received the Gold Award from the Canadian Culinary Book Awards for one of his publications, and he is also the food editor for Canadian Home Trends magazine. I don't know how he has any spare time. Please enjoy a brief video before we hear from Chef Massimo himself.
Cocktails? Yes, please. Capra's Kitchen is a casual, modern, and urban restaurant owned by Canadian celebrity chef Massimo Capra. While Capra's Kitchen is known for their amazing, authentic Italian cuisine, they offer so much more. Did you know Capra's Kitchen creates amazing handcrafted cocktails, including ones which are barrel-aged on site? You can enjoy a cocktail in their dining area or at their beautiful bar, located centrally inside of their restaurant. Now, let's try some of the best cocktails here at Capra's Kitchen. Have you ever heard of barrel-aged cocktails? Capra's Kitchen creates classic cocktails that are aged in charred American oak barrels for at least 30 days. And let me tell you, they are delicious. They have the Negroni, barrel-aged for 30 days, Old Fashioned, barrel-aged for 50 days, and the Manhattan, barrel-aged for 30 days. Some of the other incredible cocktails they have are Pomegranate Spritz, Natale G&T, and a Fino Sour. There are so many more cocktails to choose from,
including seasonal favorites.
You can check out the rest of their menu online on their website.
And now you know where to go for your girls' night out.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
My name is Bianca from Instalka.com, and catch me next time on Walk Through and Try. What's your favorite cocktail?
Oh, I stick to the Negroni. Cheers.
Well, that was fun. Well, you know what? I mean, I'm honored. I'm very honored to be receiving this award tonight, and I would like to thank the Italian Chamber of Commerce of Ontario for bestowing me such a great honor. and recognition. I'm certainly glad that the attitude towards Italian food has changed in the last 38 years. This is how long I've been in Canada. I remember arriving in Toronto in 1982 in the middle of a massive snowstorm. And, now we are at the point that Italian food dominates, and rightfully so. In terms of health and, the variety of flavors and everything else that we have. So it is incredible the kind of leap forward that we have done in the last 38 years. Anyway, so having said that, the one important group of people that I want to say thank to is, or give a nod as well, is agencies like the ICCO and the ITC and everybody that is involved in bringing us all of the food from Italy. So the importers and the people in transportation. Tony, this is for you. I'm sure you deliver enough food. Without their effort, my job wouldn't be as good as it is now. So, thank you to everyone that is producing food here, fine food products everywhere. And the most important thanks goes to my wife, though, because, she's been putting up with me being away from home, 14, 18 hours a day sometimes, for many, many, many years. Now I opened Capra's Kitchen because I wanted to spend more quality time at home. Anyway, and a big thank to my two sons because, even though one of them is not with us anymore, both of them have incredible palates and they really kept me going. And the biggest thank you that goes to the community at large, because without the people coming to the restaurant, I would be nothing. It would mean nothing to anybody. Thank you to the whole Italian community and the community at large, because, they really embraced me and they supported me and they stood behind me for all of these years. So I guess let's continue with dinner. Thank you.
Congratulations, Chef Massimo. Hopefully we can all come visit you soon at Capra's Kitchen. Our next award tonight is the Lifetime Achievement Award, which is sponsored by Metro. This award recognizes an exceptional leader who has made outstanding, far-reaching, and long-lasting contributions to the industry over the course of his or her career. This year's Lifetime Achievement Award recipient is Joe Pula, president of John Vince Group of Companies. Joe is proud to have under his corporate umbrella Aurora Importing, which carries over 4,000 products and is one of Canada's largest Italian food distributors. And 4 other companies, the Donini Chocolate Company, the Wapas Estate Winery, the Barley Days Brewery, and everyone's favorite, the Big Apple. Please enjoy a brief video about the recipient of this award, and his thank you speech will be to follow. Congratulations, Joe.
Joe Pula was born in Toronto, Canada on July 16, 1962, to Italian immigrant parents Vincenzo and Irma Pula. As a young child, Joe often helped his dad sell bulk roasted nuts at open-air farmers markets. He developed a passion for the business and was eager to learn. The family business became known as John Vince Foods, and Joe entered the business full-time upon graduating from high school. Joe learned the business very quickly, and with the support of his family, he took over the direction of the company. His vision was to expand the bulk food concept and open up several other bulk food stores across Canada and the US. By the mid-1980s, John Vince Foods had established itself as an industry leader by integrating bulk foods into many independent retailers, as well as all major grocery chains across Canada. The acquisition of Planters Peanuts in the mid-90s and the construction of a state-of-the-art distribution facility led the way to an era of substantial and unprecedented growth. The company invested in packaging equipment, as the business also shifted to developing several packaged bulk lines as well as private label lines for major grocery retailers. During this time, John Vince was the recipient of numerous awards, including Canada's Top 50 Best Managed Companies, Platinum Member, as well as several other prestigious awards recognizing business excellence in the food manufacturing sector. The strength of the company is based on its strong core management team that have been with John Vince Foods since its earliest inception. With a diverse portfolio of talent, experience, and a commitment to the company's core values and vision, the team has contributed immensely to the success and growth of the business. With the new millennium, John Vince Foods continued to diversify and expand the operation by adding several acquisitions to its portfolio, including Donini Chocolate, Wapoose Estates Winery, Barley Days Brewery, Manusher Bread Company, Covered Bridge Potato Chips, Canada Candy Company, and the iconic Big Apple that attracts over 5 million tourists annually. In 2014, John Vince Foods proudly added Aurora Importing to its family of companies. With over 4,000 items, Aurora Importing is Canada's largest distributor of Italian imported food products. With close to 1 million square feet of manufacturing and warehouse space, John Vince Foods is also home to Canada's largest nut roaster called Big Daddy, which can fill the equivalent of a tractor-trailer load of nuts in just 4 hours. New innovations in robotic packaging equipment is replacing older lines to maximize efficiencies and stay ahead of the growing demand for product. Joe Pula continues to lead the company forward, but is also mentoring the next generation of the team with core values of passion, innovation, hard work, and dedication to working with all customers, whether large or small. Nurturing these values, as well as instilling respect and love of family, remains at the heart of John Vince, its people, and its leadership.
Good evening, everyone. I'd like to take this opportunity to sincerely thank the ICCO for this unexpected and wonderful award, and also Lavazza, tonight's main sponsor. I am truly humbled by this recognition. I would also like to congratulate all the recipients of tonight's award ceremony. First, I'd like to give a heartfelt thanks to my teams that have worked alongside me and have supported my journey. I consider them a part of my extended family, and I share this honor with all of them. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the support of my father and sister, whom I shared my vision. But most important is the love of my wife and children, who I couldn't have traveled half as far without. I've been blessed to be able to build a career doing what I truly enjoy. So most days, working doesn't feel like an obligation. Rather, as I look back, it's been a joy and a privilege to see what we've been able to accomplish doing what we love. I feel very blessed. Once again, my sincerest appreciation and gratitude to the ICCO for this great honor. Thank you.
Congratulations, Joe. A truly well-deserved award, and thank you for your speech. This year, Italy Toronto has been collaborating with us for the preparation of Chef Cristina's menu that some of you are enjoying tonight. So here is a brief message from Mattia Pagliara, chef of La Scuola di Italy.
Ciao a tutti, my name is Mattia Pagliara and I'm the chef for La Scuola di Italy Toronto. We are very excited to be partnering with the Italian Chamber of Commerce of Ontario for their annual event La Pentola d'Oro and with Chef Cristina Bauerman. As you probably already know, tonight's menu it's past, future and present of authentic Italian cuisine. Our executive chef Robert Wing, chef Roberto Fracchioni and I worked on this menu to be sure it could be brought to life for you tonight. For the present, we got two regions coming together. Ravioli del Plin stuffed with amatriciana sauce. For the future, it's a cube of eggplant cooked with pomegranate molasse, while for the pasta, a beautiful filet sous vide served with the foie gras torchon and the chocolate demi-glace. I hope you're gonna enjoy your meal at home tonight. Now, I'll pass it over to Chef Cristina Bauerman. Buon appetito.
So, the second dish is in reality very Roman. Yes. So this dish, the present, basically is very Roman. You see, I took you around the world earlier, but I wanted to know that you are in Rome. In fact, that's actually a dish that I serve in my restaurant. All the ingredients are all typical from Lazio, and it is one of the most traditional dishes that you will ever come across, which is a matriciana, but because it's present, it needs to put future and past together. So I decided that it was a great way to actually stuff ravioli with a matriciana sauce. And by the way, I am sure I spoke with Roberto Fracchioni, whom I've known now for a number of years, and he did an excellent job. I've seen what he's done. And what I do is that I stuff this little delicious ravioli with the matriciana sauce. And because there's always this huge argument about onions yes, onion no, according to the tradition, I decided that I was going to put the onion outside. I actually made some onions in agrodolce, which you can see right here, and I put them in the sauce. I can barely. And of course, I'm gonna finish it up with some crispy guanciale just right on top. So you have basically Rome in a bite. So tradition, but then at the same time, presented in a different modern way. That's why we called it the present.
Thank you so much, Chef Christina. That looks incredible. I'm running out to make that as soon as we are done with all of this. So thank you for explaining this dish to us. I hope everyone is enjoying it at home right now. And you know what? Please feel free to send your comments in the chat. I would love to know what you're thinking of everything. I'd like to pass things over now to the ICCO Canada Executive Director, Corrado Paina, at this point. Over to you, Corrado.
Thank you, Michelle. Very kind. I'd like to tell you a story, a very short story about three people, Anna Erba, Giacomo Erba, Andrea Copreni. I met them a few years ago, three young entrepreneurs. They show right away, when I met them in Italy, that kind of sense of enterprise, the kind of wisdom and at the same very time vision. They're three young investors. They are involved in Italy in the construction building, and they own a famous hotel on the mountains so close to Milan. But they came to Toronto a few years ago. They fell in love. And right away, they opened a restaurant, Stelvio, and then they opened another one and another one. And even in these days, they are strong challengers of COVID. They keep fighting, and they want to keep their places open. And for that reason, I thought it was important that ICCO Canada, this is our name, ICCO Canada, could give them a plaque of recognition. And the plaque says the following words: Anna, Giacomo, and Andrea have shown great energy and creativity, diversifying their investments in Italy from building to real estate to the hospitality sector. Eventually, they expanded their business, landing in Canada a few years ago, with a focus on hospitality and making their mark on the Toronto scene. The Stelvio and Buono brand has continued to flourish this year, despite the difficult times, confirming their courage and vision. This plaque recognizes innovation in entrepreneurship. Here with us tonight with us, Anna Erba. Anna, please.
Hi, everyone. And well, thank you, Corrado, for your kind words. And thank you for having me, and thank you, ICCO Canada, for awarding myself, Giacomo, and Andrea the Pentola d'Oro recognition for 2020. Since we opened Stelvio on Queen Spadina, 5 exciting years have passed. In this time, we have grown to 3 locations throughout the GTA, and 1 in Milano. And we have many more exciting projects currently on the works to expand further. But what to say about this year? I'm fairly confident that I'm not alone in saying that 2020 has been the toughest year for the hospitality sector yet. On one side, the shutdown of the industry created many seemingly insurmountable issues for us all. On the flip side, this forced us to get creative. It forced us to be resilient, to embrace the chaos, and try to make sense of it. Resilience and outside-of-the-box thinking have been the backbone of Stelvio and Buono from the beginning. It helped us well during the start, and it has continued to help us during these challenging times. We've made it through the storm so far, and we'll make it through the storm in the end. And to all of our friends in the hospitality sector, all I want to say is tough time don't last, tough people do. And my wish for all of you is to outlast these tough times. thank you again, everyone, and especially ICCO for the award. And I will see you all at Stelvio or Buono when this is all over. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Anna, and congratulations to all of you. The next award we are presenting tonight is the Innovative Entrepreneur Award, sponsored by Pizza Nova. This award recognizes an individual who has founded a successful business in the food and beverage industry here in Ontario. The entrepreneur exhibits extraordinary energy, inspiration, leadership, and innovation in his or her business pursuits. And this year's recipient of the Innovative Entrepreneur Award is Salvatore Mele, principal of Mele Group. Salvatore Mele fondly remembers spending entire Sundays with his family making sugo della domenica. When he asked why he has devoted so much of his adult life to Italian cuisine, it is these Sundays that he recalls. I want people to be able to enjoy the passion that goes into traditional and authentic Italian food, not just on Sundays, but every day of the week. From the trendy Capocaccia Trattoria of Rosedale to Oretta in the vibrant fashion district of Toronto, Sal has never strayed far from his Southern Italian roots. It's been said that the heart of Italy is family. Its soul is the kitchen, and its passion and people's love for food is the passion. This is the essence of Salvatore Mele, restaurateur of passion and heart. For Sal, food and family go hand in hand. Before hearing from Salvatore, please enjoy this video that he sent us.
So with Oretta, I wanted to create something that you would find in big city Italy, something that was authentic, urban, and chic, but still maintaining the casual feel. I wanted to ensure that every guest that walks in the restaurant gets a different experience each and every time. For me, it's important to bring passionate people together to deliver the best that Italy has to offer. And with these passionate people, we infuse love and excitement into everything we do. Yeah, so Oretta is not only an Italian restaurant, a beautiful Italian restaurant. It's where guests come to celebrate family occasions. It's where our passionate team curate menus. It's where people come together and celebrate family, community, and celebrate life through food. I love my business. I'm super passionate about the restaurant business. I feel like you need to really be passionate about this because you spend so much time thinking about how to improve business. And if you're not passionate, then I think you're going to count your hours. But if you're super excited, wake up every morning and want to go to work, I think things just work out the way they're supposed to. Business is about hard work, dedication, and honesty.
I'd like to thank the ICCO and Pentola d'Oro for this award. I'm absolutely thrilled and honored to receive an honor that celebrates Italian love in food and traditions, values that were instilled in me by my family very early on. When I was 14 years old, all I dreamed about was becoming a soccer star. To my surprise, my parents let me chase my dream and sent me to Italy to pursue a soccer career. Little did they know that that trip would change my life forever. It was during that trip that I fell in love with Italy, its food, its people, its culture. I remember learning to speak Italian with my newfound friends, hanging out in the bars, eating warm cornetti, and playing gettoni. I could go on, but I'm sure in one way or another, you all have similar nostalgic moments that connect us to our beautiful country. But everything old is new again. What started as a passion for soccer turned into a decade-long love affair with Italian cuisine and culture. It's no exaggeration that I'm in the restaurant business because of that trip, an experience that opened my eyes to what being Italian is all about. I love my business, and I'm deeply passionate about the people I work with. I've hired 20 employees from Italy, and together we aim to deliver the best Italy has to offer. My wife, Giuseppina, and my kids have been such a huge inspiration for me. They feed me with energy and ideas. In a world that's constantly changing, they are my rock. It's because of their support that I am able to do what I love. This has been a big year for the Mele Group, and in particular, Oretta. Despite these unusual times, I will be opening Oretta Midtown at Yonge and Eglinton in the art shop in the summer of 2021. Like my parents sending me to Italy those many years ago, this is a leap of faith that I truly believe in. 2020 has been tough for everyone in the hospitality space. But one thing that Italy has taught me about business is that when you are surrounded by love, good people, hard work, and passion, no challenge is insurmountable. Grazie.
Thank you so much, Sal. Congratulations, and hopefully we'll be able to visit you at one of your restaurants very soon. It is now time to present the Italian Wine Award, sponsored by Intertransport Limited. This award recognizes companies that have been promoting and selling outstanding Italian wines, in addition to introducing exceptional Italian products of the wine sector into the Ontario market. This year's recipient of the Italian Wine Award is Halpern Enterprises. Accepting the award tonight is Colin Halpern, Vice President of Halpern Enterprises. Halpern Enterprises has been in the business of importing fine wines and spirits into Canada for over 65 years. Founded by Harold Halpern, the company started small but quickly developed strong relationships with a few European and New World wine producers who have grown along with them. Todd Halpern joined his father Harold in 1979. Todd's brother Colin joined the company in 1991, and Todd's son Adam came on board in 2017. Todd and Colin have seen Halpern Enterprises grow tremendously over the last number of years. Today, they represent over 175 wineries and distilleries from all around the world. Congratulations, Colin.
Good evening. First and foremost, on behalf of my brother Todd and my nephew Adam and myself, we'd like to sincerely thank you for recognizing our work in both promoting and selling Italian wines here in Ontario. This is a wonderful surprise and a true honor coming from the respected Italian Chamber of Commerce. My father started the company in the 1950s from the back of his pharmacy on Spadina Avenue in the heart of Toronto. We have seen it grow and flourish over the decades of running a family business. My nephew Adam now represents the third generation for what humbly began as my father's passion project, and we now represent over 200 of the world's most iconic wineries. This has been made possible by our continued support and long-lasting relationships with so many family-run wineries and winemakers that reflect our own ideals, a dedication to promoting the wines we love, made by people we deeply respect. In 1969, my father was approached by Marchese Piero Antinori with a proposal to import the wines of Antinori into Ontario. As many of you, I'm sure, are aware, at that time, the LCBO didn't import or sell many Italian wines. They told my father that there was little interest and no significant market for those wines in Ontario. What we have seen and have been fortunate enough to be part of over the last nearly 50 years is a creation of a category in Ontario that has not only flourished, but continues to grow at an unprecedented pace. We now proudly represent almost 50 wineries spanning from north to south, and this year we were privileged to add a number of new wineries to our portfolio, including the revered Giacomo Conterno, Roberto Verizio, Soldera, Garofoli, Renato Ratti, and more. We are forever evolving and growing, and as such, are incredibly grateful and humbled to be recognized by you this evening for our work in promoting Italian wines. Frankly, it has never felt too much like work. It is unfortunate that this will be the first year in many that we have not been able to visit our friends and colleagues in Italy, and we miss them dearly. It is their dedication to commitment to the highest standards of wine, the best friendships, and supreme act of balancing tradition and innovation that makes these wines a true pleasure to promote and work with here in Ontario. I would like to take a moment to recognize Lavazza as the main sponsor of this event, and I would also like to thank them for their generous gift. Thank you and salute.
Congratulations, Colin, and thank you so much. This concludes the award ceremony part of our evening. However, we have one more dish to discover. Isn't that right, Chef Christina?
That's right. We have like the main course, the one that represents actually the past. So what else, what better can represent the past? Something that it's along the line of a Rossini. So we have mushrooms, we have beef fillet, and then our demi-glace that I warmed it up just before that we put here, velvety, fatty, and of course we have to put foie gras because Rossini needs a foie gras, but I did it in a different way. It's a foie gras torchon that has been treated with liquid nitrogen. So powderize it, but then when you go eat it and you put it in your mouth, it recomposes itself and becomes like a real torchon. So this is the very velvety, luxurious filet Rossini style.
Oh, Chef, that looks
It's good.
That looks incredible. Yes, and very, very indulgent. So I am, again, very much looking forward to digging into that once we're done. And I hope that our guests tonight are enjoying that right now. Please let us know how you're enjoying your meal this evening in the ceremony in the chat. Chef Christina, is there anything else we need to know about tonight's menu?
Well, I thought it was very nice to actually represent three different ages, future, past, and present, because right at this second, probably we are in the middle of something that we don't know yet. So we need to keep an eye on the past, the tradition. We need to keep an eye on our present and where we are, but we also need to believe, like the award ceremony has been stating all along, we need to keep an eye on the future. So as far as food is concerned, good, healthy, quality food is certainly something that makes your life much better, but it also has a deep meaning, because looking at the future in terms of food means also to see the future much, much brighter than what it is right now. So we don't lose hope. We want to move ahead, and we want to use our food to transmit love and culture. In this particular case, Italian culture. I've been to Toronto, into Canada many times, and one of the things that I say to people all the time is that Canadians have a very great palate, but also a great knowledge of choosing their ingredients. And the fact that they love the real Italian food, that's something that honors me, but at the same time makes me extremely happy. One last thing. This is not something that it's just a fashion glove. It has a meaning. It is a prevention month. So that's why I'm wearing this, because I want all women to actually move forward and go check themselves. It's extremely important. That's the message that I'm trying to pass along every single time that I have a chance. So thank you so much for allowing me to do this.
Wise words, Chef Christina, and an absolutely spectacular menu for tonight. I'm not quite finished speaking with you yet, because I had a couple questions for you. What role do you think that authentic Italian ingredients will have in the cuisine of the future?
I think that they're already demonstrating right now, and the fact that we had several chefs, in particular one, Massimo Bottura, has been nominated as #1 in the world several years in a row. I think it is already having a great role. Italian food is based on great prime ingredients, on seasonality. Forever, I mean, I don't even recall like one time in which Italian cuisine has not been associated with seasonality. And that's something that right now, every single other cuisine and every single other food culture has been following, because they feel that it's the right path to follow. Also, I think that Italian food has demonstrated that through food, you can actually talk about your country, transmit culture. And that's why there's one hashtag that I love, which means basically we are not just cooks. And that's exactly what it is. Right now, we are the ambassadors of our culture, not only our ingredients. It's through our ingredients that we actually bring our culture. And it's important to us as ambassadors of Italian food that we actually use, at the same time, we apply techniques that respect the prime ingredients, and make sure that whenever you at home, like right at this second, you're eating this meal, you know that it's Italian. And whenever I use an ingredient that is not Italian, it's actually stressed. It's made on purpose. It's like, this is not Italian, but we did that on purpose, because we're talking about the future. So we are talking about probably mingling of cultures. So it's extremely important that we keep faith and we move along in thinking that food is the most powerful means of communication or communicating one country's culture. And we do our part here with Italy. So I'm sure that, I really hope that everybody enjoyed that.
You are an incredible ambassador for the past, present, and certainly the future of Italian cuisine. What innovations do you think we'll find in the kitchens of the future, seeing as we're speaking about the future now?
Well, I think that, for instance, one of the main differences is going to be in the choice of ingredients. Like a lot of times in the past, we probably did not pay that much attention on how things were farmed. Whereas as of now, there are like a lot actually of farmers that are very, very accurate in their usage of, for instance, pesticides or things like that, but also in the way they farm it. So for instance, there are like a bunch of farming, they use almost no water, or they recycle water. Or for instance, they tend to, we are promoting as chefs as well, the farming of vegetables that almost disappeared. I just wrote an article on a blog like last week and was talking about lampashonia. I wouldn't even know how to translate that, but it's one of the vegetables that it's probably the most forgotten. It's a poor people vegetable, which is typical from the South, but nobody even knows it. And now it's starting to get to the point in which I am proud to use such a vegetable because I want other people to know it. And I don't want farmers to quit growing it, because that's the point. It's like if we don't use them as chefs, and so we don't talk to people about some of the things that are probably less marketable, then people will forget about it. They will disappear. So our biodiversity basically will disappear. So it's important as chefs that we focus, and that's exactly what's happening and what it has been happening for the last few years in Italy, and will probably will even happen more in the future, but not only in Italy, all over the world, that chefs will promote. There will be ambassadors of some vegetables or kind of proteins in order to protect their biodiversity.
That's great. Well, I mean, Chef Cristina, we can't thank you enough for your words tonight, for being here live from Italy. Of course, we know it's very late at night / early in the morning for you, so we appreciate that so much. And, you know, the menu is just... Oh, thank you. And the menu, and ours as well. The menu is absolutely outstanding this evening. So thank you so much. I hope our audience was able to enjoy every single bite of it throughout the night. And I, for sure, cannot wait to try it myself. So thank you so much, Chef Cristina. I hope you get a little bit of sleep before, I think you've got some early morning television to do.
Thank you so much to everybody. Thank you so much to Corrado Paina, and I will forget everybody, so I will forget all the names, so I better not list them. But thank you so much for inviting me. It was a great pleasure and a great honor. And next year, though, in person.
Let's hope. Let's absolutely hope. Yes, it's going to happen. We will will it to happen. That is absolutely true. Thank you, Chef.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Well, this is it from me. It was an absolutely wonderful evening. Thank you for having me here as your host, and congratulations again to all the winners. I'd now like to pass things over to Corrado for the last goodbye and video and goodbye wishes. Corrado.
Michelle, thank you. And you are right. We cannot thank enough Cristina. Cristina Bowerman is really a chef, and a different kind of chef, really. And in Italy is really an icon. And I think Canada is starting to recognize her greatness. But we cannot thank enough another person, you, Michelle. You've been fantastic, as usual, really.
Thank you so
it's
much.
such a pleasure to have you with us, always. Thank you very much. We're almost at the end of the evening. I would like to show you a small video with the online event magazine that we produce for this event. Yes, I have to thank, first of all, we are at the end of the evening, but allow me to thank a few people. I want to thank, first of all, the people that made possible this event. And I mean Tiziana, Astrid, Isabella, Mary, and all the staff of the office, Richard, Marisa, Monica, and I hope I didn't forget anybody, Ilaria, absolutely. And also I want to thank, our president and our board. ICCO Canada today is a reality because of them. I think, we are trying to create really a wall against, this COVID. In business, we have to continue. We know that we have to continue. Challenges are great, but we know that it's going to end. And we also know that the relationship between Italy and Canada will keep growing and growing. Also, I would like to thank our sponsor, the main sponsor, Lavazza. The video Lavazza really touched me very much, and I think it touched the heart of everybody. It's what we really need today, some serious teaching in how to go to the new world. And also Italy and all the other sponsors that helped us and support us for the creation of this event. Thank you very much to everybody. Thank you, Christina. Thank you, Michelle. And have a good night. Bye-bye.